Well, folks, today I'm on an adventure. I'm on an automotive adventure, and I'm down in Athens, Ohio. About an hour and a half southeast of the city. Home of Ohio University. Not Ohio State University, Ohio University, but also home of these guys, Empire Tech. We've known each other for a long, long time, and they are another person that play, or another group of guys that play in the automotive industry with cool toys. And they also have the ability to help me out of a jam, because I have a very good customer of ours that needed to call in a favor that I didn't have the ability to do, but these guys do. They do powder coating as well as all the cool stuff that they do. And I brought some stuff for them to powder coat. But while they're doing what they're doing, I want to walk around their shop, talk to some of these guys, and show you just exactly what these guys do here. Most of your hot rod shops and your race car shops are going to have one or two little toys to have sitting around. This guy, Big D.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, sir. How are you?
Good. It's your boy, Big D, man.
So, the last time anybody would have seen you on any of my videos was at PRI when we were in Indianapolis.
That was a good time this year.
It was a good time. We might have had a little bit too good of a time.
Yeah, it was wild. But I will have to say to all the PRIs, that was the best connections. Like,
absolutely.
I mean, we networked the most. And we came with a better plan this year and didn't waste funds or time.
Yeah.
You can always party, but I think we took away the most and networked the best this year.
Yeah. Well, and you and I have talked off camera too about the shops knowing shops, and the people enable you to do what you do.
Yeah, because there's no ultimate shop. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that'd be a dream for everyone. And as we were talking earlier, stuff we have here is through networking. You know, and yes, we are. You have your own shop. And even if it was next to me down here, yes, there's always competition, but there is no shop that can do everyone's jobs. Yep. And a lot of people forget that. And I have enough here to keep everyone fed. Yes, we're always looking for more, but can we physically do more now? Right. And I want to make sure we're effective. So we appreciate it. It's your first time down here.
Yeah. I'm down here reasonably often. This is my first time ever actually being in here.
Yeah, so we'll walk around the shop.
Yeah, show me some of these cool toys that you guys play with.
Yeah, so this we actually picked up from our homie Chris Ebright. Really good dude. And once again, this is another networking thing. These are all pretty much, some have been regular people and turned to be pretty much part of the ETO family. Okay. But Chris, he has a tint vinyl company, a lot of you know, does amazing work. He's got a nasty Mercedes collection, and he picked up this. This actually was a mini trucking. Yeah. And he did a 350 swap, put on Holly Sniper. Z went in, I think Z helped him over the phone, like get the sniper going. Okay. And because he'd never messed with
it's even got the...
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I missed the mini trucking phase.
This thing's bagged and channeled.
That is awesome.
So we're gonna fix some things on here. Oh yeah, she's on it nuts.
That's awesome.
We're gonna fix some things on here, and then Eric's gonna stroke that keyboard. Eric on the keys is gonna stroke the keyboard, get this going, and help him out, because man, when I was hitting switches going on the trailer, it brought me back to the days when I had it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of time and money in it. Yeah, in its current state, it needs some love, but for y'all out there, this was the stuff. It wasn't like drag cars and stuff. You had those, but they weren't on that caliber. This is really built. Yeah. A lot of work.
There's so much work involved in doing this.
So we got a lot of random stuff. Anything with an engine, we like it. If it doesn't have one, we put one in it. 64 panel. Came to us, actually, we were at a shop in Columbus. Four-wheel drive shop, I forget. What four-wheel drive shop's up there? Pickerington, or Reynoldsburg area.
No idea. Wrong side of the city from me.
Okay. But we were actually there getting something for another project, and dude's like, you guys are into stuff, come check out this backyard. So we got there, and there's this back building full of stuff, and a lot of them were this guy. And they were like, hey, we don't have time to work on this stuff. You want to talk to him? I'm like, okay. So another shop hooked us up with him.
Oh, no kidding.
And he ended up actually living down here. So it's crazy just like how the world works with networking.
Yeah, no kidding. So this thing's remarkably clean.
It was put on a 98 K1500 frame, four-wheel drive. They shortened it, did a half-ass job. Okay. Don't know who did that work. Yeah. Not the shop we got it from. And had a dirty 5.7 spider injector in there. Ooh. It's, hey, man.
Yeah.
They did what they did.
Yeah. It was the 90s, man.
Yeah. So we pulled apart the frame, set it all. We got a rough country lift, and it's all 4-linked now.
Okay.
So we did all the work to it, and then I sanded it, sandblasted and powder coated it. Took it up to our dude Anthony Padella, which is crazy how we met him, because we met him through 501 Performance.
Okay.
Because they do our transmissions, and we had them do the transmission in the 81 Trans Am. And I was like, dude, I want this black and gold powder coated. They're like, yeah, we know Anthony. And it worked from there, and everyone's been powder coated since, and then now they're offering powder coating on Transes. So it really blossomed to something cool.
Yeah.
It
is crazy how relationships happen.
Yeah. So long story short with this, the frame is good to go. It's all powder coated. We were gonna do an LSA. As you know, crate LSAs are becoming a massive problem as long as crate LS3s. So we have another customer who's got a 5th gen Camaro SS. We did a Maggie 2300 on it. Made 590, stock engine, stock fuel pump, everything on pump gas, just sticks in it. Stick shift car. Well, he wanted to do a 427, a re-sleeved LS3 from Texas Speed. And I was like, well, I think we can find someone to buy your old LS3.
There you go.
We're going to sell it to him. And he needs a 2650 for his car. So I'm going to try and convince this guy to buy the 2300. So basically buy his motor and his motor and blower. And I forget what trans we're going with on this one. Maybe an 8-speed, not for sure, but we need to find that with a transfer case. So it's still a lot of work, but it would be cool to see the heart from another car going to here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, these are super cool.
Yeah. Then we got Homie Steiner. It's a realistic Regal. This did a lot of racing last year. We were kind of telling you off camera about all the trials and tribulations. We won't get into that, but this came to us. Another shop or someone had built it, did a really poor job, and we've rebuilt everything on it. It's got a trick chassis, fabricated 9-inch. We bought this transmission before we started messing with 501, so this is a FTI TH400. It's now got a HP cylinder heads, which is our go-to engine shop. Built 5.3, broad piston head, and it has a on-3 turbo kit that we completely redid except for the manifolds. So the headers on it are the last thing that are on 3, but we did just modify them and put a new piece of flex in here.
Okay.
And then we also locked, because a huge problem with these big tubes is the V-bands will rotate when you have a flex, especially 2-step. So the old one ripped. So we actually made a lock system up there to help, and then this is a vibrant flex. Okay. This car may tickled 8. We're going to try and turn it up a little more. The charger's probably about out of air. Rated fuel system, just rated so much on this. Now, we never built it from stock. We would have went different a couple ways, but which is challenging because we all want to build something the way we build our stuff. Sure. And to rebuild, and that's a challenging thing. So, for y'all out there, when you bring someone a project and it's been messed with or halfway done, it's very challenging for us because we also got to work in a budget instead of say, hey, let's wipe the slate clean.
Right. So, we're going to start with $40,000 in a pile, and I'm going to build you a cool car.
Yep.
Yeah.
So over here we got all the work base here.
I love that you guys are like this stuff.
And just branched out.
Like I love it. You're very similar to us as far as you like to play in a lot of different genres.
Yeah, and it's cool because I think a lot of people get bored at their places they work. There's amazing techs at dealerships. So I always resort back when I talk to people at techs at dealerships. Amazing, so educated. But a lot of them I talk to, they're bored because they work on the same
thing
chassis or the same thing. We watch these boys across the street work a Hyundai. They're slapping motors in all day.
Yeah.
Same engines, they're blowing up.
Yep.
So and I could do.
I can do 2 engine swaps a day.
Yeah. That ain't good.
No, that's not good.
65 Mustang, hardtop. Someone put a crap ton of money in this car probably 10, 12 years ago. Back when Chip Foose wheels were the shit.
Yeah.
Not knocking on Chip. I love Chip, but it's not.
They're dated.
Yeah.
It's dated.
So it's got a Fox Body 5.0 in it.
Okay.
Hyde suspension, all coilover, stick shift car. We came to find out after. So it's got Holly on it. So you had to redo a lot. We got to redo the chassis wiring now. Finish the AC. Like they got the condenser. They just didn't make lines. And then we found out that that's a GM trans that they hodgepodge with a custom clutch and all sorts of stuff, so the release bearing was a big issue. So, yeah, the release bearing, it wasn't shimming out right. Z was checking compression depth. Nothing was adding up, and then we started realizing that it was just hodgepodge together. So after a lot of research, we figured out that's what we got to do. So the trans will be going back in this, and we're going to finish some couple things, tune it, and then this is going to go down to our... This actually came from our dude that does high-end detailing for us in Parkersburg. This was one of his customers. So once again, network.
Yeah. You know? One of the one of the biggest pain in the necks is we refer to as unrednecking something.
Yeah, unnecking it.
Yeah. You've gotta undo what was done before you can repair whatever the issue is.
Yeah.
Compared to being able to work on a clean slate project.
We don't get many of those. The Trans Am was stock. Never been touched. He bought it new in '81, original owner.
You just shipped that out like...
Yeah, that's phase one. He actually, the owner hasn't even driven it. That was his son picked it up because the owner was an OU football coach. Now he's a head coach in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
So he's been down there. It's been here in limbo. And then I was like, dude, it's got to go. You know, like, it needs to go into the garage. Our next step on it, that's all it needs. We're really going to try and do a nice rear axle in it because it's got the stock open rear diff. It's with the 462 Pontiac. It's not going to like it.
It's going to hook one time and it's going to be over with also.
We got to upgrade the brakes, and then we really like to do a set of Forge Line replica 17 snowflakes.
Oh, sure.
Which we check. SEMA. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and keep it in Ohio. But that car is done besides that. Suspension, motor, trans, gorgeous. But that car, all it ever had, it made 142 horse. Had an intake manifold, a quadra-junk, and headers. That's all they were able to milk out of her.
Oh,
so
that's painful. That's painful.
That was cool because we got to work with him and like, this is all what we should do.
Yeah.
You know, here's why we're doing it. That's the other thing is, yeah, we're building it how we'd like, but we also, it's important to explain to your customers, this is why it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, some people be like, okay, you know, you're just kind of doing whatever you want. And as a lot of people say, oh, you can do whatever you want. People are paying. Like, it's not how it goes.
That's not how it works.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
So here we got the drag rock. Drag rock's gone under a lot of transformations. It is now powered by a Dart LSNX 427. We got a Ultra Bell 4L80. Yes, we kept an 80 in it. It is a heavy girl. But this is our ultimate goal is to have a drag and drive car. So we wanted to have overdrive. We got a nasty trick chassis, 9-inch, we'll show you. Everything is built here in-house. We got all the nice, TIC performance parts on here, rock solid motorsports. Just a million people came out to play with this. And this has fuel tech on it. Unfortunately, we couldn't wait around for the FT700. We really wanted it. We got FT600 on this. But we are updating and doing all the EGT probes on.
Oh, nice.
Yep, on all the cylinders.
Wow.
So that will help out. We're going to do a lot of data acquisition. It's just now it's completely out of our budget to have the 700, so we're going to get it this winter. Sure. We're going to strip the car down and actually fully paint the car this winter. But
get it all mechanically sound ready to go.
And then do a carbon two-piece front.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No one makes carbon T-tops. We're working with a guy to potentially work on a prototype for him because, yes, you can do a hard top. A lot of people get rid of the T-top.
Yeah.
Go hard top, but it'd be cool to have carbon T-tops.
For sure.
So.
Let your hair out.
Oh, yeah. Z got the hair. Z got the hair. Leaking.
That's awesome.
So we also have been pushing. We only get to work on this in very limited spare time. You know, and we have a lot of money wrapped up in this. We have a lot of time. We're trying to be ready by mid-April. And what are we now? March?
Second week of March.
Shit.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. So but this is a you project. This is not a customer project. So this is the one you get this much time every week to be able to work on.
So we actually, Z and I got to head to Columbus here in a minute. Got to come back. Then Z and I are driving straight to 6.5 hours down to Tennessee. Go to FP Truck Fest. And then we got to haul ass back because Sunday we have to work on this. We have to get stuff welded in and get the rear axle because we got to take measurements and get the custom wheels ordered, which that doesn't move fast. Thankfully, if we don't have those done, we do got wheels and tires. Yeah. And we're not immediately going to be maxing this out. Like Z's got to learn how to drive. We've got a lot of tuning to do. There's so much. Everything's new. Suspension, everything. If you know about racing out there and you're watching it, it's not like, hey, you just put it all together and it's good.
Never.
We're talking months of
Almost
testing.
never.
Yep. So
Almost never.
That's the rock.
And this is your powder coating, yeah?
That is our powder coat. Z actually powdered this. It was the second time ever powder coating anything.
Turned out pretty dang well.
And then also we like to customize things, especially on customer stuff if they choose. But this is all laser etched. Our really good homie, Travis Joy Designs. He does the laser work for us. But we also use Chris Logo Motorsports. He does anodizing and laser work if we need it done at the same time. Now,
Cool.
we do have a set of Baller Motion Raceworks valve covers. I have a lot of people when we lift the skirt off, they're like, oh, you got all that stock SLS valve covers. I'm like, no, we got them. But what they say on it is going to be part of this club that Z and I have started. But we're not releasing that yet, so stay tuned. The anodizing is dope. I mean, it is super sweet. Motion Raceworks, Austin Innovations, AI, they come up and help us do so much fab work. Once again, everything we do in here in these masterpieces, it's because so many people's work.
Yeah.
Down to all the products, innovation, the awesome people we work with, the people that are on tech support that help us when we don't know something.
Yep.
It is so much to build.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you get this, yes, it is ours, but this is, when I say ours, it's ours.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
All right, so here we got a BMW.
This is a BMW for all of you guys. This is hold on.
Is a
Before I show you
BMW, right?
Before I show you this part. This is a BMW. This is a 3 Series. This is a BMW 3 Series. Look at that rear tire on that BMW 3 Series. Yes, technically speaking, there's a Bimmer badge on this thing. However,
LS somehow found its way in.
that is not BMW powered.
Hello. So this is the HP cylinder heads built 5.3. Ash actually had another engine, but somehow dropped a valve. It blew up. Then he went it back to the drawing board. They got this together. It's got a TR 6060 6-speed, which is cool. And then he bought an eBay twin turbo kit, or I think it was, I can't remember where it was from. Went single, had some really ratchet piping and all sorts of other stuff going on. So we've had to fix a lot. Now we're getting ready to dyno this. This is all powdered in-house. It's on Holley Terminator. Z redid a lot of wiring. This is another one we did not build. But we redid a lot to make it do its best and function as best as we can. Little things like the cat's tire there. This is all laser etched here.
Oh, nice.
Nice little subtle things.
Yeah.
We got it fired up.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Nice turbo guard.
Yeah.
Got it fired up, had a massive exhaust leak. Thought it was just this crappy downpipe, which, my God, was not easy to get out. And try changing the plugs with the old one that was in it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Thought it was that. Well, then it turned out it was actually the flange was, they used the wrong flange down here, so we had to pull off the manifolds, redo the flange, do all of this stuff. Pushed us back. Now we're building a 2-piece downpipe. Once that's done, we're going to build a new crossover because I set the crossover on the table with the V-bands on the straight edge table, and they're warped.
Oh, great.
So I got to redo all that. Once that's done, it's ready for the rollers.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Here we got an 87 El Camino.
El Camino.
License plate Mr. G-Body. Now the paint is a little faded. It will clean up, but this frame is immaculate. This came to us with a newer LT1 swap in it.
And by LT1 swap, we don't mean like
a 6.2 LT1.
from the olden days.
No, 6.2 LT1. And
Dude.
the customer wanted to do some other stuff to it. We got some suspension, then it snowballed into 24-inch Ruchis. Went to that, then it's like, I really want to put some power down, so I went to fabricated trick chassis 9-inch. Then it's like, now I want an LT4, so he got an LT4 out of a vet.
Wow.
And he wanted it built. So this is getting a lot of stuff. And then the interior is a 6th-gen Camaro SS full interior. The dash, everything. The parts aren't in it. He got them all customized too. So
that's cool.
We're trying to take down to Rick Ross's car show in July. Or no, in June, because it's normally in July. But Ross, push it back to July. So we got a little time.
When you're Rick Ross, you could do that.
You can boss. So we
This will definitely be one of the baddest. I don't know if you can even see that really, but
there's not many people that do Elcos, and this will be a pretty badass ride.
this will be a bad Elco.
So this was on ice for a little while for a lot of reasons, but we're back on it. Our anti-roll bar just showed up from Trick Chassis. This will allow us to get that Trick Chassis 9-inch fabricated in here. So if you look at a lot of the big wheel cars, which big wheel stuff's starting to come, you know, it's coming out. There's only a handful of people that actually are laying down good numbers because people don't do really good brakes. They sure as hell aren't doing upgraded rear ends. They're not doing a lot.
Yeah.
But now they're making, you know, drag radials and street radials for those 24s and 26s that are hooking.
Yeah.
And people are spitting the rear ends out at the tree. So this is going to make some good power, you know. It should make 8. I don't see a problem with it making 8.
Wow.
Got an 8L90 trans, so
Okay.
yeah.
Very cool.
It'd be a pretty cool project. Now,
That is a wide variety of vehicle chassis here.
over here we got the Trash Panda, immaculate regular cab short bed. This is from Georgia, not a speck of rust. This truck, once again, was another problem. Customer had it at 2 different wiring shops. Thousands and thousands of dollars later to get a factory ECU and harness working.
Oh.
Doesn't make sense, but so we talked to him, like, where do you want to go with it? It's got a built 5.3 in it. It is a this is a T56, and then it has a Huron Speed single turbo kit. Huron Speed, I'm not knocking, it's good out the box, but there is room for improvement, and we did the improving things. You know, we changed up the charge piping, we upgraded stuff.
Okay.
And then
6-speed manual,
single turbo, yeah,
single turbo, short bed, standard cab truck.
yeah,
That's fun.
with zero rust. So
With zero rust.
It's gorgeous under here. I mean, you can look how mint. You know, when I get real excited about this, a lot of people don't know. I mean, that is.
Listen, we're in Ohio,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah, it's very.
It doesn't look this nice at the dealership.
Nope. So we actually did a whole Holley Dominator setup on this. So Z built all mil spec wiring harness. It's got the big Pro Dash, and then our dude Car Change 3D built a, you know him, Car Change 3D. Z. He's a respirator. I forget what his name is. We actually, Z had met him, then we linked up with him at PRI a couple years ago. But he makes really badass gauge bezels for Holley, Fuel Techs, things like that. So we actually prototyped one for a C4 we have out back because we're doing an FT600 on it. So he sent us that. He does them out of chopped carbon or other materials. So this full Pro Dash, Z wired up the whole thing.
Wow.
It's going to be a pretty sweet truck. Now, what just showed up today is a whole, because someone did a C-notch. It's kind of half-assed. We're like, this isn't the stock 10 bolt's going to,
Yeah.
So we got a quick performance, built 9-inch. We got a Twisted Metalworks out of California full, a really nice 4-lane kit, all Viking double adjustables that showed up today.
Nice.
Adjustables did not show up. Atomic Fab front coilover kit. We have TBM brakes.
Yep.
And then we got the tires. We're waiting on the rears, and then we're going to check backspacing, and we got a set of pretty baller-ass billet specialties going on this.
Very nice.
And then we got a whole front end swap doing the, I believe it's classic front end. I forget. We changed a lot, so it's gonna. I got a nice. It's a GM style cowl hood, all new front pieces, everything up here that looks even the slightest bit rough. It's all against sandblasted, powder coated. It's gonna be a pretty nice handling truck, bump steer kit, all sorts of stuff. So.
And this will be able to do street driving, drag racing,
drag, and some road course. It's never going to be great at either one. It's more in my eyes catered towards drag.
Yeah.
But he's going to buy another set of wheels and tires, and then once we get dialed in at what's good at the track, comparable what's good suspension settings. I'm talking about. Then he could go either track day, whether it's drag or road race or whatever.
This would be hilarious on a road race day.
Dude, when we were at SEMA, or they even have some of it good guys, but at SEMA,
Like autocross stuff.
Dude, that's so sick. But the best that I saw was when we went to LS Fest. Dude, those C10s, these bubs just carbon everything. Full carbon C10s, killing it on the road race.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super wide wheels, LSAs, nasty.
Yep.
So we're going to shoot back here, and I got a boogie, but we running into Eric territory back here.
Yeah.
This is the Fab Lab.
This is where the real work gets done.
Yes, sir. So this is Fab Lab. Eric's on the wrenches, but normally Eric's on the keys. He is doing some work to the 21 GMC. We also got over here, this is where we do all of our fabrication, all of our welding in-house. We have all stainless bros, Vibrant, Tycon. When we built this stuff, it's not cheap, but we wanted to have the best quality material that we can offer, and they definitely are. It's taken a while to get to this point. We're still working on more shelving, organizing.
Yeah.
But having an in-house fab here, there are some fabricators I grew up with around, but no one has taken it to the level we're doing. You know, I'm talking a lot of bubs are like straight steel and stuff, and they're amazing fabricators, but what we needed, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Same with, you know, we have a whole section of probably 20 grand, if not more, worth of backstock items for resale. AN, PTF, AN fittings, PTF line, gauges, just stupid amount of stuff because next day isn't next day anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and you're an hour and a half from Columbus, but like there's nothing else really around you guys.
There's Poske's, they do dirt track stuff there in Parkersburg, but they scaled down and they don't have much there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of dirt track stuff around here.
I bet.
Pulling trucks. There is a lot of people with drag cars. So we're working heavy on having that. So if you're around this area, we can help you resell. The other thing is material. To get any of this stuff, like from Stainless Pros, even if with how much I get from them, to next day this stuff from Texas is not cheap at all. And you can't really get tubing like this. You know, like we get the Vibrant, we get all of our stuff through Summit. Next day, unfortunately, now with the shipping isn't there, and if you need one thing that's holding up a project or it's race day, you need a coupler, a V-band, T-bolt, just any of these things. We're working heavy on having this inventory, and this is a lot of money that I have to have tied up. You know?
Sitting on a shelf.
It's just, here's my bank right
Yeah.
But we're doing this for us, and we're doing it for you all out there. So if you're around here, and if you're in Columbus around this homie right here, you know you got access to cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me what we got sitting over here. This is your rear end for...
This is the Drag Rock's new rear axle.
Okay.
Yep, this is Trick Chassis, full fabricated housing 9-inch with their nice anti-roll bar setup. So we spec this out. Alex Poplar, you know, I've known about him, known about Trick. We've gotten a couple things in the past, and then recently with the projects we needed, we really went heavy with him. Customer service is great. His knowledge is great. Can't ask for better. We got him. We got Quick Performance with their own knowledge. You know, all these different people. We dabble in all of them.
Yeah.
You know, we have these key people because not every project can have the same part, and a lot of people mess up and they put the same manufacturer on just because that's all they want to deal with.
Yep.
And Trick may not be a solution for something else we get in here. It may not. So.
Well, and especially, we alluded to earlier, when you're working on so many different types of vehicles.
They may not offer it.
That may not be, they may not have an answer for you.
No.
So you've got to have a lot of different relationships, so.
But here's the rest of Fab Lab. This is Eric's domain. We got the
Dyno.
Yep, the Dynacom all-wheel drive.
You gonna make some dyno pulls?
In a little bit.
You gonna show us big numbers?
1,000.
Shut up!
Show me 1,000.
Thousand.
Yeah, Bubs are always one
To
1,000.
play with the trick. Play with the
Hey man,
keys.
can't you just turn the keys and it goes
play
up?
with the trees.
You hit the plus sign, right?
Yep.
That's what I always was
That's
taught.
how tuning
minus
works.
when it makes too much, and you hit the plus when it's not enough.
That's how you make it work.
That's what I heard.
That's what
heard.
I saw on the internet.
That's what the video showed me. So Eric does amazing things back here, and it's cool because we wanted. It is extra hassle, money, and maintenance, but we wanted to have an all-wheel drive dyno because there was no access around here.
Next closest one's
Ours? Yeah.
So
2 hours away.
us being able to offer, and we're really branching out as far as our tuning, a lot more road race cars, which we have a lot under our belt. Rally cars. Just did a mud truck.
I was gonna
That
say,
wasn't muddy. That was
down
cool.
here, you guys probably get a lot of like,
crawlers.
like this
So
is.
we're doing crawlers. I'm part of the off-road club that I haven't wheeled with in a while. They all got legit, you know, Jimmy Smith chassis, stuff like this.
There's a lot of money sunk into a lot of those boys'
Well,
toys.
the next one is going to be that freaking Honda J-Swap turbo one that we already had in here before, but his air cooler was too small.
Yeah, that's a whole rail buggy this guy built. It is gorgeous. Has a built J32 single turbo kit. Everything nut and bolt is immaculate. So we haven't even posted that up from the original time, but that made what, 480?
That was on wasted pressure.
That was on gate. We went out. He's like, I'm really hoping to get 750 next time. I'm like, you don't need it. You don't need it. No, it is a rocket ship, dude. So
That's awesome.
I let Eric get to it.
Yep,
I got to head to Columbus, brother.
Absolutely.
I can't thank you enough, man, for getting on there.
Absolutely.
This homie's channel.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. Thanks for letting us be a part of that, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys are helping me out with what I need, so I want to swing by and say hi.
I need your assistance.
Yep.
He's got to do some actual work. I'm going to poke my head over here into the area that's getting done for what I need to get done. Because these boys over here do powder coating. And Z is in here making little pieces of metal look beautiful for me. How we doing, brother? I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. Well, I was just about to get you. Ready to load these into the oven to bake.
Nice. So no, these are not car parts, but they are something we needed done, and these boys are able to do what we need them to do. Very nice, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
We got ourselves our nice big oven over here. We can slow cook a human.
I'll have you open that latch and pull the
Yeah.
door like the last time. I have to walk it pretty slowly because there's parts like
Yeah. Again, this is what this is all about. It's important to have people in your corner that you can count on that can do things. Even if it's something that you can do, sometimes you just need to be able to tag somebody in. Oftentimes it's going to be somebody else who's got a skill set or a set of tools or a device that you don't have the room for. I would love to be able to do powder coating, but we don't have the ability to do this. We got enough stuff in the shop. Where you heave and knock it all off.
Oh, this is the most stressful part.
I'm sure.
There we go.
Cool.
Shut the door, let it bake. Yo.
I gotta go.
Ashley.
Yeah, it's all done, but Ash isn't there. He got pulled over to Springfield.
Oh, no.
It's a fucking mess. The saga continues.
Oh my
But
God.
I gotta go get green because I ain't got nothing to drive.
All right.
Oh, damn. He's not.
Anyways, guys, this is Empire Tech in Ohio. This is in Athens, Ohio, kind of sort of Ohio River area. But some great group of dudes that work on a lot of really cool stuff. And I am fortunate enough to have them in my corner, in our corner, through Lucor Automotive and all those things that I do professionally here. But like I said, it's important to have, and like what Dee said, it's important to have good people in your corner. And if you are somebody in the area that needs something cool worked on, they do normal maintenance stuff as well. But they're definitely more known for the cool project stuff. So if you guys have got something that's in the need of something being done, whether it's powder coating or whether it's mechanical work, race car stuff, whatever it is, and you're in their area, this is a great option. It's always about people helping people, and these are some great people that can help you out. So hopefully you enjoyed this little automotive adventure. I've got to get these things baked for about 20 minutes or so, and then make sure everything looks good, and then I'm going to get on the road and get myself back up to Columbus. So we'll wrap this one up here. I truly do appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed this kind of different episode of Automotive Adventures with Austin, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.